Hey folks, Phil Gallagher here for the last day of daily D&T for this week. Thanks once again to CryptRat for sponsoring this week. And if you enjoy this series, please consider doing something to support it in the future. We're going to go ahead and keep this hand. Orem is playing Dredge today. We don't have a great chance of winning Game 1. We only have 4 pieces of Grave Hate for Game 2. Not the best. One of my general thoughts lately about D&T is that your game again. Oh, we're just getting belched. Well, I'm gonna have 6 and let my opponent do the math here. We're just gonna get emptied for some number. 1, 2, 3. Gamble. Oh, they just gambled for another Burning Wish, knowing that it would just increase the storm count by 1. Is that 14 goblins? Alright, so quick math check. I play Stoneforge. I get attacked for 13. I put Batterskull into play. I get attacked for 12 and gain 4 life. Sorry, I just woke up from a nap. The math skills aren't quite there. So I needed Mom here, right? So there's 13 goblins. I block 1, take 12. Take 12 and gain 4, which is 11. No, I guess even with Mom I didn't have it. Womp womp. We don't have a lot for Belcher. We get Deafening Silence. Needle, we could, like, technically rip. That doesn't really do a lot. Prelate, I guess, does something. Surgical, I guess, does something. But we're really, really not suited to win this matchup. So Jailer needs to go. Sword of Fire and Ice probably needs to go. The other 2 gain life, so they do things against goblins. Could probably trim at least 1 Flicker Wisp. Can probably trim all of my Swords to Plowshares. In which case I can actually just put the Flicker Wisp back in, even though it's not going to do a ton. But a lot of our cards aren't really going to do a ton. I could also go deep and play Cataclysm to Cataclysm a set of goblins that's played out. I have a minute and 30 seconds. Let's see what Orem's most recent Belcher deck looks like. The most recent Belcher deck has 3 Echoes. 3 Echoes makes me actually want to play these as well. So maybe I won't go the Cataclysm route when I'm on the play. And I'll just try to slam something on turn 2 that stops them and hope they can't turn 1. Let's cut probably 2 Flicker Wisps. And call that good. I think I have to keep this one. We have 2 different turn 2 hate cards, as well as the possibility of going and beating some goblins via Batterskull. Yep. Yep. Ooh. 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 Skill game. We got real lucky there. We got real lucky there. Alright. So, that was the easy one. We skillfully navigated that game, made a lot of decisions that mattered. Now we just need to do the same thing one more time. Can Cataclysm beat turn 1 goblins? Like, let's just say my opponent makes like 8 goblins or something like that. Some super small amount of goblins. They make like 8. I don't even know that Cataclysm is fast enough. It's if they make turn 2 goblins that Cataclysm gives us a real shot at winning. I think I'll do it. Because it's not like things like Flicker Wisp and Mirror Crusader are really doing a ton in the matchup, right? And this still gives us 20 creatures. So I think I'm okay with that. The backup plan could use some work. Hey, I win with that plan all the time with Prison. Alright, so, am I keeping the hand that beats an Echo hand? So if my opponent goes all in on an Echo, I win the game. But I basically can't beat anything other than Echo. I'm such a dog when I'm on the draw that I will go ahead and keep this one. Echo, 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 Echo. Alright, so that's land, Manamorphose, and Spirit Guide gone. There's an LED. There's an LED. We have Gamble. Yeah. Oh my god. So, now we get to... Our opponent has done this in a way where we didn't get priority to snag the Echo. So, do I go ahead and just surgical the Char Belchers now to eliminate one of their win conditions? I believe the answer to that is yes. Take a quick snip there. My opponent has given me a medium hand. I believe we're currently dead if my opponent has a Burning Wish. GG. Rough set of pairings in the last 2 rounds there. Just playing decks that are faster than our interaction. Alright, so overall thoughts on the deck list this week. This card did literally nothing in the entire league other than attack for 2 a couple of times. This card should not be in your deck. We all knew that going in, you know. Now we know. Never once did I think about tutoring it. Never once was its ability relevant. Just not a playable card. As far as other stuff goes, I didn't really like the Cataclysms in this league. That doesn't necessarily mean they're bad, but I don't think going this hard on the Flagstone's Cataclysm plan is probably a good idea. I want more cards in my board for combo right now than anything else. So like if we look at our combo oriented cards right now, this has 7, but I don't even really know that that's enough for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and talk for a couple of minutes since this video is so short. You know, I think we played like 6 turns of Magic. So, like, if we look at a lot of the things that are popping up in the leagues, like, we get new version of Storm, 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 new version of Storm. And each one of those cards is at least 15 cards distinct from all of the other ones, I believe. So if that gives you any idea of, like, the variety of new decks that are popping up around Underworld Breach, it's crazy. So I think it's unwise to leave home with a traditional amount of combo hate for D&T. And this is one of those times where I would even consider starting to skew the main deck more to beat combo. I think some of the big decks of the moment are probably like Blue-Red Delver and some flavor of Underworld Breach Storm. And what you want to do with that information is up to you. But I think some extra removal in the sideboard, as well as additional combo hate, are probably where you want to be. So, now that I've tested the bad cards from the set, I can go back to actually playing a deck list that I think is, like, good and reasonable. Which I haven't done in, like, 3 weeks. So, I hope you all enjoyed. Have a great rest of the week.